And they're off. The ads are off. All right, we got two great drivers. Very experienced, very highly talented. See how risky they play this one. Hattok getting a pretty nice jump over that crack, as well as wrechman. Got wrechman moving a little slower because he's on PAL. Hattok on NTSC hitting that penguin, which is a bummer. See, wrechman goes on the inside, gets through there. Safe crack jump there. 34.95. 39.34. We'll just have to compare it at the end. I can't convert that quickly. Nice, so we've got this layout. Nice shroom there by Hattok, getting through those penguins, by the way. A little bit of a cart dance from wrechman, looked like, but gets through that shroom just fine. $39.49, and pretty consistent from wrechman. Squeezes past that penguin, very nice Hattok, especially on NTSC. That's a quick move there. All right, got 141.40. Wrechman getting through that penguin just fine. Coming into the home stretch, let's see. It's a pretty nice jump around that penguin. 158.09. That one goes to wrechman. Penguin wanted a hug. Yes, I know that. I know that hug very well. I think did I hit a penguin or hit something in the match with Zoki? Did something similar recently. All right, wrechman's picking Toad's Turnpike. Both are ready. Give them a countdown. And see how far away their lag is. Getting another ad. Sag. Both off to a good start here. You know you're going to win 15 times the money you bet. Why not? How could you go wrong? All right, had it coming into the end of the first lap here. Both look like they're playing pretty tight, pretty strong. 50.94. Try and recrop this before the split. Got it. 139. 1:00:39. Solid lap, solid opener. See, we already got 2 mushrooms from Hattok, 1 from wrechman. $50.41. Oh, little lag there for a second. Will Wrechman fire the last shroom? He will. 59.72. It was a pretty nice second lap. Looking pretty good. Got Hattok speeding along as well. Cranking out those MTs. And not making any crazy mistakes. Fires off his last shroom. Well played. Getting through the traffic pretty well there at the end. Nice and tight. Solid stuff. Heart PR. Oh my god. We got Wrechman coming in here through the final traffic as well. Squeezing through these pairs of cars and trucks. Oh, that's such an awkward spot. Looks pretty good. 3:00:23. Nice. That's a really solid time. Nice. It's pretty close to PR. Being a half second off from PR, that's ridiculous. Very nice. That's another one for Wrechman. It is pretty cool having the oh man, another ad. Rats. Thought I was just gonna be able to crop it out. All right, we're going to Moo Moo Farm 3 lap. Looks like they're ready. Give them a countdown. And they're off. I think that's a wise pick by Hattok. Hattok has been grinding this one a lot. And you also never know when those moles might pop up and take your competitor by surprise. Oh, just like that. Giving Hattok probably a nice lead there. Ooh, and cutting in a little too close though on that mushroom for Hattok. So we might have evened out a little bit there. Hang on, that was pretty close. Went over at least one molehill there. But Wrechman through clean. Nice 29.41. Solid lap. Hattok getting through nice and safe. What do we got here? 1:15.98. Solid. See how Wrechman's last mushroom goes here. Through clean. 1:30.46. 3 for Wrechman. Both hit moles, but it evened back out. Wrechman had some tight driving there to make it up. So that is one set to Wrechman. And it moves back to Hattok's pick. Hattok going over special all the way back to mushroom. Picking KD3 lap. Seeing if now maybe he can make Wrechman hit some trains, possibly. Let's see what happens. See if we see any hill hops, different mushroom strategies, I'm sure, possibly. I don't know. Definitely my match versus Darius earlier we had different strats. Had it going for the mushroom, but jamming into the wall. Wrechman very tight around that last corner. Got through okay. Had it getting a nice second shroom there. Wrechman holding on to his mushrooms. Different strats. We'll see how they work out. Getting some pretty tight lines from both. Hitting the train. Oh, Lord. Wrechman going for the hill hops. And getting past the train. It's looking like the lead is for Wrechman at the moment. Got 2 shrooms. We'll see what these last couple trains have to say about it. Had it behind this one. Wrechman getting the hill hops, coming in pretty close to that train, but right behind it, which is a good sign for him. Coming in front of this train with a mushroom still. It's looking good for Wrechman. 152.09 for Hattok. Wrechman coming into the final MT here. Nice. 206.72. Yeah, they're playing different versions, exactly. So Hattok's version is moving at a faster pace than Wrechman's, which is what, 5.6 the frame rate? Something like that. So that is 1 point for Wrechman. And now it's Wrechman's pick. DKJP, he says. Looks like both are ready. And here they go. Both of these players have been working on this track recently, so this should be a good one. Wrechman, I think both of them have had PRs too. So they're definitely pretty warmed up on this one. Nice ramp from Hattok. Very nice position there. Gets the third Kiwano fruit, but it was pretty late. It was a pretty great line. See, Wrechman also gets that third one. Gets a nice jump over there, avoids another. See how these cave climbs look here. Pretty tight line. Little bit of drag, but a nice acceleration, 38.31. That's a pretty decent lap. Solid lap. Little drag there from Wrechman too. 45.68, also very solid. Both doing pretty nice lap ones there. Third Kawanuford again, but still nice consistent line and a good ramp from Hattok. Ooh, that's way too far for Wretch. Hattok's got the solid lead now. Just has to avoid disaster. Solid cave climb. 38.83. Definitely enough to keep going. Oh, that is a boat and a DNF, understandably, for wrechman. That dang boat. See Hattok finish it out here. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I've been switching it back, cropping it back and forth when his sidebar ads came on. I didn't notice. Appreciate that. The boat will get you. All right, 157.58. So Hattok getting on the board here. And now it is back to Hattok. Hattok to pick here. That dang boat. We got the ads once again. Gotta keep an eye on these. All right, Hattok going to KTB 3 lap. Both are ready. Give them the countdown. And see how this ramp goes onto a different ramp. That could make or break these attempts. See if anybody goes for the ramp MT. I'm kind of guessing not, but who knows? See how risky they play. Hattok getting a nice tight line on the inside of the trees there. Just a solid jump in, tight line out. All right, ads are away there. Wrechman getting a bit snagged on the wall. Little caught up there. Might be giving Hattok a bit of a lead there. Another tight line through those trees. Wrechman also keeping it tight here. Around these weird little bumps on the sand to make it pretty difficult. Wrechman going for the ramp MT and getting a nice one there. Worth the risk to make up a little bit of time. Ooh, just barely gets over that crab. Well maneuvered. Hattok looking pretty good here. Coming in right on the other side of the crabs. Let me mark this down. And Wrechman bonking, going for it, which I think was a good idea, but not quite. 122.24. Cartridge PR, GG. So that's another one for Hattok. Bringing it back here. Up 1 in the second set. Yo, Odin. All right, Wrechman picking Royal Raceway. All right, Wrechman's ready. Oh yeah, wait. He's Hattock's on Rainbow Road. There. Now we're over to Royal Raceway. Good catch. And they're both ready. Good stuff. Give them the countdown here. And there they go. The different RR. Both great courses. See how these hairpin jumps or 180 turns, whatever you want to call them, go. Solid, speedy MTs there on the right from Hattok. And a nice jump over there. Good angle for that MT. Wrechman also getting over there. Pretty good angle. Both looking good so far. Just scraping against the wall. Nice shroom from Hattok. Same from Wrechman. Getting a good angle there. No big bounce. Wrechman also sticking it. 48.89 over there. If I could crop out these ads. Nice jump for Hattok. 58.27. Both looking pretty good. Playing pretty well. No big mistakes here. No, not personally, Sony. Both lap 2s looking pretty good so far as well. Hattok getting that second MT there. Which it looked like might have gotten cut off the first lap. Good mushroom from Wrechman, 48.47. Consistent laps. All right, now the ads are gone, so I can crop it back. Do this dance the whole match. Cropping out the ads. 57.72. That looks even better from Wrechman there. Nice mushroom from Hattok though. Nice jump over the hill from Wrechman. Both looking really solid. Oh, a dance out into the grass for Hattok. That's going to cost a little time. But nice solid finish. 226.74. And this is one where you can really see the difference between NTSC and PAL. That Wrechman was still on that bridge when Hattok finished. Little clip over that hill on the grass, but nothing too bad. Gets all those MTs. 254.05. Nice. It's a solid time. Yeah, really nice lap too. Very well played by Wrechman, evening it out this set. Making it set point. And Hattock's pick. See what he decides on. Try to take this set and even out the score overall. Hard decision here. All right. Wario Stadium shortcut 3-lap. Wow. Wrechman says no. LMAO. Although I feel like that's a kind of a spicy pick because Wrechman's very high ranked in shortcut. But maybe All right, let's count him down, see what happens. Should be interesting, one way or another. Oh, the ads. Hattok bonking there. Wrechman getting over. Got a chance to come back here. All right, they're relatively evened out. Both just trying to get back over. Wrechman using all mushrooms. Hattok getting stuck out of bounds. Wrechman getting stuck out of bounds. 0 frames. Galore. Who will get to lap 2? Oh, Hattok. Hattok does. 54.87. Wrechman lining it up. Hattok getting back over. All right, Wrechman bringing in lap 1. Hattok. Oh, did he go a little bit too far? Has to go back again. And out of bounds. So now they're about evened out. Ooh, Wrechman coming in. Wrechman just has to get back over. Hattok's got a couple more jumps to complete. All right, now Hattock's lap 3. Back over again. And it's Wrechman. 150.26. Wow, that was pretty funny. 156.95. All right. So that ended up going to Wrechman. Dang, sorry about the weird crop there. That was a pretty crazy one. So that is 2 sets for Wrechman. But Hattok bringing it really close there. All right, so it's back to Hattock's pick here. Yoshi Valley 3 lap. Solid pick, I would say. Count them down here. Let's see who's going to go for the risky strats. Who's going to go a little more safe? Any hill hops? Let's find out. Nice one from Hattok. Very nice line there. Also from Wrechman. Both getting really good lines right off the bat. Ads back in there. Both getting through the spinies very well. But that's the easier configuration of them. Lap 2 and 3 are a lot harder. So we'll see who goes for it. And Wrechman going over for the hill hops. Getting a weird clip in there in the fence, but honestly not bad. 34.58 is a pretty good lap. Had it going for the risky side. Wrechman as well. See if wrechman hits. Doesn't hit a spiny like Hattok, but got a bit of a wider line there. Hattok jumping around that egg. $34.97. Nice, getting through the spinies there. Just hitting one on the other side of it. wrechman going for the safe strat. Didn't see his split, but I'm guessing might have had a better lap too there. A little bit of a bonk on that volcano, but good recovery. $135.95 and $147.17. Oh wait, I think I entered that wrong. Or no, it's just converting to NTSC. So that goes to wrechman, or converting to PAL. Text is so tiny. It's hard to see. Well played by both. It's good move for Hattok to go for the risky lines, I think. Try to get that time save. We're going to BC flap next. Both are ready. Give them their countdown. This is definitely a specialty of wrechman, so it makes sense that he would pick this. He's, I think, rank 7 or somewhere in the top 10, top 5. He's always working on this track and has gotten it to an insane rank. Ooh, but bonks on that first mushroom. So Hattok might have a bit of an advantage here. wrechman squeezes through those thwomps. Managed to get a decent line down the stairs to the first shroom. Good second shroom. Little caught on the wall. Let's see here. Coming in at 37.70. And 44.86. So that one goes to Hattok. Nice, well played. Just keeping it steady. Oh, wait. Thank you. All right. Never mind. That went to Hattok. Doesn't look like I put a 0 on the other one, but that is important. Let's forget that. Well, wait. Now this doesn't look right. What is? Okay. We're figuring it out. We're putting zeros in the right place. So that takes wrechman takes that, even with that bonk. It's checked. So now Hattok will have to try to come back again, picking Moo Farm flap. Both are ready. There they go. Could be game point here. See what the moles have to say about it. Both looking pretty good so far. Pretty clean lines. Hattok getting through nice. Pretty good line. And wrechman hitting, I feel like maybe the exact same shroom or mole as the first time. We'll see if Hattok can keep that lead and avoid the moles himself. Did hit one last time, which allowed wrechman to come back just like that. I'm pretty sure they both hit the same, or maybe one other mole. I'm trying to think if it was the outside one last time. Very well could have been that one though. And wrechman hitting that mole, going for a very risky line. So Hattok might be able to clench this one out. You can avoid those moles, and you did. No zeros this time, nice and easy. 116.14. And wrechman going full tilt there. Which is... and just going right over to the fence. 137.75. Well played, Hattok. Getting another point on the board. And yeah, I guess Hattok did hit the same mole. So yeah, they both hit the same ones. That was pretty funny. wrechman bringing us over to Toad's Turnpike. Both are ready. Give them a countdown. And there they go. Sorry that this keeps getting cut off. I just hate seeing the ads there. And then I end up just looking at the top screen that I've got here. All right, wrechman fumbling a little bit on that guardrail, getting through the tight line of the bus. But keeping it pretty clean here otherwise. As is Hattok. See where they decide to use their mushrooms. True, we have Toad's Turnpike on the left and Canopio Highway on the right. Two completely different tracks from totally different games. Both looking nice. Gonna see, I feel like the biggest variation maybe in lap 2, 51.21. Maybe not as quick as the last Toad's Turnpike opener for Hattok, but getting through the traffic there. 150's 1055. I think that's even better. Maybe than, or maybe it was a 3x that wrechman got last time. Nice. wrechman getting through that riskier mushroom there, getting a clean line. Looks like Hattok has used 2 of his. See if he uses it right here at the end or holds on to it. He's going to use it sometime in lap 3. 50.62. Wrechman using that mushroom earlier at normal lap 2 spot. Cart dancing a little bit, see if he uses that last shroom here, and he does. Standard fast lap, 59.50. That's pretty nice. I think that's even better than his last one as well. Hattok getting through this last bit of traffic. Pretty nice. 232.42. See what Wrechman comes in with. Coming into this crowded area of traffic. Bit of an awkward dance there, but still looks like he might have a bit of a lead. Wow, another 3 minute, like mid 3 minute. That's really nice. Wrechman is cruising on the turnpike. And that is game for Wrechman. Well played by both. Very nice driving. Good picks. Well done, both.